Everyone was cheering beneath the balloon arch, except the young woman in the wheelchair clutching a single red rose. Her Warchero father's empty seat screamed louder than the brass band, and no one seemed to notice, until a silver-haired grandmother quietly rolled her own walker beside the lonely graduate. What she whispered next rewrote both their lives. The brass band launched into pomp and circumstance, balloons bobbed in the June sky, and families pressed together for selfies. Yet Maria Hartley, wheelchair parked in the back row, clutched a single red rose and stared at the empty folding chair she'd reserved for her dad. Captain Daniel Hartley, decorated Marine, was still recovering from his last tour and an infection that kept him in the hospital. The rose was meant for the moment he'd pin it on her gown. Instead, it trembled in her hands. On the other side of the field, Eleanor Brooks adjusted the tennis balls on her walker and scanned the crowd for her grandson. Her arthritic knees protested, but her eyes caught Maria's bowed head. Something tugged at her heart. She had seen that mixture of pride and ache once before, in the mirror the day her own son never returned from Vietnam. Eleanor shuffled over, stopping beside the lonely graduate. "May I sit a spell?" she asked, lowering herself into the empty chair meant for a hero. Maria blinked, surprised, then nodded. Eleanor produced a worn photograph of young Captain Hartley pushing his wounded platoon mate, Eleanor's son, onto a Mediva helicopter. "Your father saved my boy. He wrote me last night, asked someone to make sure you weren't alone today." Tears blurred Maria's vision as Eleanor placed the photo in her lap and pinned the rose to Maria's gown herself. The band hit its final note, and for the first time all morning, Maria smiled a full, unstoppable grin. The empty chair wasn't empty anymore. It held a lifetime of gratitude. If this moment warmed your heart, tap the like button, share this story with a friend who believes in kindness, and subscribe for more real-life inspiration. Your support keeps these stories blooming.